Angela Corey, the special prosecutor in the Trayvon Martin case, has released many documents and recorded phone calls. And it turns out that witness number 9 in the case has alleged that George Zimmerman sexually assaulted her when she was 6 years old and he was 8 years old. In fact, she had a recording where she was telling the prosecutors that he would, quote, rub me and grab my chest, put his hands down my pants. And she also said that George Zimmerman and his family don't like black people if they don't act like white people.
Now, that last quote might be the only relevant part of this, if you ask me. I mean, that could go towards motive in the case and whether it was a hate crime, not a hate crime, whether it's a federal offense or not a federal offense. So that could be relevant. But this, I know this seems crazy, but it all depends on the facts, right? But so I'm going to defend Zimmerman here a little bit, okay? So when you first hear it, it sounds outrageous. Oh my God, this Zimmerman, and when she was first sexually assaulted, she was 6 years old. But then you read, he was 8 years old, right? It's not like he was a grown adult. And so it's a 6-year-old and 8-year-old doing things that they probably shouldn't be doing, obviously, right? But at the same time, how much are you going to hold an 8-year-old accountable? Now, it happens throughout all these years that their families get together. So by the end, he's 18, she's 16, it appears, right?
Yes.
So then you have a lot more accountability, no question about it. And she's creeped out by the guy and she feels scarred by what happened. I totally get that. I totally sympathize with that. At the same time, it's not the same responsibility as if he were an adult. And number two, most importantly in this case, it's not really relevant. I mean, how is it relevant to this particular crime on whether he shot Trayvon Martin or not, as to what he did back when he was an 8-year-old or even an 18-year-old? That has nothing to do with, I don't know, it has nothing to do with this case.
I feel as though he should be prosecuted. Look, if she wants to press charges, criminal charges against him, then I feel like he should be prosecuted for this, aside from the Trayvon Martin case, because you're right, it's not really relevant to the case.
Right, and in this case, there's probably going to be statute of limitations that have probably run out on it already, honestly, and whether it's actually a crime, given that he was what appears to be a minor for almost all of it. I don't know, if he actually turned 18 at the end and what the laws in that state in Florida will be, et cetera. So it's a complicated issue. But a lot of times they keep out evidence like this from the jury because they don't want it to prejudice the jury. Right. Because if you think he's a scumbag, child molester, you're more likely to say that he's guilty of this crime, even if it has nothing to do with this crime. So this is a really rare case where I would say keeping out that evidence might be the right thing to do. Not might be, almost certainly is the right thing to do, because it would be prejudicial and doesn't have anything to do with the case.